Grand Rising, Mi5, my people, my family, my tribe. What is going on? Happy Thursday and welcome to another episode of Mi5 Mindset Mastery. This is episode 18 and I am your host, Andrew Golden. Tonight, I am here in New Hampshire in the White Mountains, the White Mountain Forest, actually. And we hiked up a mountain today. Brian Davis and I and our friends from all over the world, we had the opportunity to climb up Mount Chocorua. That's what it was. No, it was Chocorua. Chocorua. Yes, Mount Chocorua, and we climbed the mountain, and it was awesome. And not only did we climb that mountain, but we climbed that mountain with the best possible company and best possible things to do like while we were climbing it up. It was just so awesome. But first, before we really get into everything, we're gonna kind of like go around the circle and talk about different aspects of life and mindset throughout the night. But before I bring all that up, I really want to talk about the reason why we are all here, which is, of course, the Mi5 movement. Now, what the hell is the Mi5 movement, you might be asking? Well, the Mi5 movement is quite possibly the best and most highly vibrational center for people to come together and not only become the best version of themselves, but to create financial abundance. Because what tends to happen when you become the best version of yourself? Well, you want to go do more things. You want to go do more things. You want to live your life and be able to fully express yourself to the most highest extent. And to do that, you need to be financially free. And so through, different methods and vehicles that we're able to provide to our community, we can allow people to live their passions and do what they want to do in this world and provide the value that they provide best to the world on a daily basis and make it so that we can make the world a better place exponentially one by one. And exponentially and one by one don't really mean the same thing, right? Because really what we're doing is we're creating a massive compound effect of people living their passions, which allow people to be inspired by seeing them live their passions, and it creates a domino effect after that. When you are on fire, people come from all around to watch you burn, right? When you spark that flame within you, you are going to set a absolute forest fire of possibilities on in your life, right? And so, how did all this come to be? Like, what this vision is cool and all, but why did we do this, right? Well, back in 2022, Brian and I and Eric Melissa, we had a vision. We had a dream to create a community that not only was able to provide passive income opportunities, but was able to provide safety, security, longevity in those passive income opportunities, and ended up evolving into what it is now. And really, how it started is we would gather 15 people at a time, multiple times a week, for 4 hours at a time, over the span of many, many months. And what came out of this was a mastermind where we would basically just compare notes of our time in the industries, right? Passive income, trading, crypto, all this stuff. And, we basically found the red flags and the green flags for passive income opportunities and what works, what doesn't, and what do we want our thing to be, you know? And, through all that, we ended up finding out that if you take $500 and compound that over the span of 5 years, compound it every single month over the span of 5 years, that equates to $1,051,162.57. What does that mean? That means that you would become a millionaire in 5 years. MI5. Boom. There you go, right? It's like when we found out that being a millionaire was literally just it was just simple math of compounding, and all we had to do to be millionaires in 5 years was figure out how to make 13.6% a month. It kind of like clears the air a little bit. So it becomes a little bit easier. So, over this, we actually were able to figure out how to do that. How are we able to do it, right? Networking. We would constantly network with new people we already knew, tell them this vision, tell them what we were trying to do, tell them, that we're really just trying to let people live their passion in life. And, seeing what worked and seeing what didn't when it came to passive income opportunities. And through that, we were able to meet so many different people that helped put the whole entire vision together. And we actually ended up finding out a way to how to make over 20% a month on our money. But, the problem with that was that investment opportunity costed $30,000 to become a part of. And, regular people don't just have $30,000 around. So, we had a problem. It's not like, we're going to be able to help all the people that we really want to help with this opportunity. And so that's when we needed to go into problem solving mode. And the light bulb went off about credit. Because why take $500 and compound that at 13.6% a year when you can take $50,000 of a business line of credit that you can get from leveraging your power with the banks, and now you leverage that into passive income opportunities. You're skipping the first 3 years of MI5. That's so powerful. And so that's when we created our sister company, Grand Rising Financial, to be able to allow people to have liquidity to leverage into passive income opportunities so that they could set themselves financially free or just start that business that they've always wanted to start. Because really, it's all about being passionate. And if what you want to do is travel the world, or if what you want to do is start your business, we can help you do either one of those things and everything in between. So, really what I could go into a whole bunch of other stuff about MI5, like the future of where we're going. But really, I want to, recognize the significance of what we're doing tonight. Being with all of our friends, there's a whole group of people in front of me right now cooking a beautiful and elegant cuisine of a dinner for us tonight. And we have met up together, all of us, and we've been able to, spend time with the people that we really love spending time with, people that are highly vibrational. We get to spend time, having really good dinners with those people, and we get to be in nature. We get to actually soak in the power of nature instead of, for example, being at work, right? And, and to be here, we just decided to be here. Right, 3 days or 2 days before I actually arrived in Boston, I said, you know what, I'm buying the ticket. I don't care. I'm just going to do it. And I wouldn't have never been able to do that if I was, if I had to still, show up to a job and have that obligation, which I've had many times in the past. MI5, first of all, I want to cover that we aren't over here talking crap on 9 to 5s, because it's actually a very key piece to the whole puzzle, right? It's a stepping stone. Whatever you end up doing to make money, it could be whatever you're passionate at your job, right? But most of the time, it's going to be a stepping stone that leads up to the next big thing. So, really the significance of us all being here is that we just get to literally spend time together. And now we get to go to Boston tomorrow and, hang out with even more people that we love. And it's truly a magical feeling being able to do what you love to do every single day without having any worry about, I need to be here, I need to complete this, I need to do this, because we get to choose what our days look like, right? So with all that being said, I'm going to bring on Mr. Brian Davis. Mr. Brian Davis in the house.
Grand Rising Mi5. What is going on? We're going to put you over here because tonight we are cooking some pasta salad, some steak tips, some chicken thighs, and we're having a grand old time. I want to welcome everybody for coming out tonight. And I want to just say, Andrew, thank you so much for starting us off, homie. It's been such a highly vibrational, amazing start to a multiple day event. We are up here in the White Mountains with our friends from all over the world, and together, want to talk about mindset, right? The Mindset Mastery Call happens every single Thursday for one reason, and that reason is to develop a greater awareness and understanding of why mindset is such an important element of every single person's journey on this earth and every single person's journey in this universe. Because if you do not have the right mindset, it actually puts you at a disadvantage. You're not able to navigate or have your headspace in the right capacity. Well, then you're not going to be able to navigate whatever it is your burning desires are. Now, the sad part about it is unfortunately sometimes we forget that we have burning desires as humans, because we are sort of in the structural framework of society, and it can get real easy to drop mushrooms all over the floor if your name is Piero. No, just kidding. It can get real easy to forget that we as humans are passionate, energetic quantum beings that are out here, and that it is our nature to want to explore, to want to live out a life filled with bliss, love, compassion, and joy, and happiness, and all the other good feelings and emotions. So the reason why we do the Mi5 Mindset Mastery on a weekly basis is for us to be able to bring awareness around why mindset is such an important key element of anybody's journey here in this existence. Because listen, if you don't have the right mindset, everybody's heard the story of the lottery winner who's won millions and millions of dollars, but what happens? They're broke just a couple years later. Or the famous person who's got everything they could possibly want, the fans, the following, the community, everybody loves them. But what happens, right? They lose their fame, or they lose a battle to drug addiction, suicide, mental health issues, and that is all a direct correlation of an individual's mindset. So tonight we thought it would be very interesting to kind of highlight and showcase some amazing individuals' mindsets, because Mi5, although we are a community that focuses on helping people not only become the best version of themselves, not only expose them to elite level passive income vehicles that we've personally curated. By the way, if you don't know about Treasure Island is Mi5's own passive income vehicle, launching on May 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's May 31st, Wednesday next week. Definitely be sure to join. Come on, check it out. treasureisland.vip/explore if you want to come on in. But yeah, I mean, the passive income vehicles that we create for our individuals are no good if the mindset of the individuals within our community isn't on point. Because without the proper mindset, it's like having a house with no foundation. Without a foundation under your house, the building is going to crumble. So this is why we focus so heavily on it. And this is why Mi5 is not just a community about wealth building, but Mi5 is a community about building an individual at a fundamental quantum level and allowing that individual to navigate this world in a beautiful, amazing way. So, with that being said, tonight, typically we feature one individual speaking about mindset, but tonight we thought it'd be very interesting to kind of pass our little phone here around as we're making dinner together in the mountains and speak about mindset individually. So I'm going to pass us back to Andrew, who is going to help me out and showcasing and highlighting some awesome mindset stories.
Get your garlic fingers off my hands, boy.
Wash that up.
Well, everybody, thank you for being here tonight. Brian, spot on with the vision, as always. Thank you very much. And our first guest is someone that I met in Puerto Rico. Actually, I've met like most of these guys in Puerto Rico, which is pretty cool because you don't meet too many lifelong friends on an island, right? And you know, this man has probably one of the most positive mindsets that I've come across in my days of being around people that are like this, with an unwavering ability to reframe pretty much any situation and make it positive, right? And that person is Mr. Igor. I can't remember how to spell your or pronounce your last name, but Mr. Igor, welcome to Mi5 Mindset Mastery, man. Please, if you could just tell me, like, what's the main thing, either just overall or recently, that has upped your game when it comes to being the best version of yourself, or like has helped you out the most?
Sure. It is my greatest pleasure to have the opportunity to be part of this, to share my thoughts. So I feel grateful. I feel blessed. I feel lucky. And one of my, let's call it, secrets that allow me to see life more positively, or to reframe, or to refocus when things happen in one way that I thought should happen in a different way, where I keep a good outlook to the world, is that I don't see situations or people or events as good or as bad. I don't see them as right or wrong. I see them as the perfect play of consciousness, where I am receiving what's the best for me so that I will be able to become the best version of myself. Life does not do things to us, it does things for us. There's always a lesson, there's always a blessing within every situation. And thus every situation is a gift. Every situation allows us to see things differently, to decide, do we want this, do we not want this? We get clarity. And so when you have this understanding that whatever happens, it's good, whatever happens is to your highest good, then you're always anchored in bliss. Because why wouldn't you be? You know that even though this seems bad, it's actually working to your highest good. In the seeds, in the highest catastrophe or chaos, are the seeds of greatness. Usually when the things get the most wrong, when we hit the rock bottom, is where we have the ability to change the most. Because sometimes we need that pain. We need it to hurt more, that we are being able to even go through. If we are in the comfort zone, that means that we are not that willing to change. But when things give us enough pain, enough suffering for us to say, that's it, period, I'm disgusted with this situation, I need to change this situation, then you get the fire, then you get the burning desire to make the decision to change it. And here is the first key. Once you become aware that you want to change something, that you want, when you see a situation and you say, I don't want this, I want something else, you first need that awareness, and secondly, you have to make a decision. And once you make a decision to change it, you have also need patience and compassion, and understanding that it is a process, that our old ways of doing things, our old habits and behavior will return, and they will not go away overnight. So when we decide to change, we go one step at a time. And each day we're getting better and better and better and better. And if we fall, that's great. When we fail, it's when we grow the most. So embrace anything and everything that comes your way, for it comes for your highest good. Thank you very much for listening, and I will pass it back on to Andrew.
Oh my goodness, that was absolutely amazing. Guys, I hope you're taking notes out here. Because this man just dropped the secrets of life, okay? Like that's basically like all you need for the rest of your life. And if you truly embody those principles, then magical things will happen to you every single day in your life. Actually, everything that happens to you will be a magical thing because of how you are now perceiving it. All right, and I'll go really quick just to kind of like give my kind of game changing mindset thing, just to be a part of included in this. And honestly, this is kind of basic, and I'm really really tired right now, so I can't like think of anything more like profound or anything like that. But honestly, just the principle of gratitude, and I've talked about this so much on the MI5 show and the mindset mastery, and but just simply like being what pretty much it kind of adds on to what Igor was saying, right? It's like when everything is good in your life because it's for your highest good, no matter what it is. It's not good or it's not bad, it just is, right? Well, then it is so blissful to just be grateful for it and acknowledge it and be conscious of that ability to be grateful for it in that moment, and just like saying thank you, and it's like when you say that you're grateful for something, you don't have to be like, oh well, I'm grateful for my dog Jerry and I'm grateful for the beautiful sun today. It's like, just be like, thank you son, thank you Jerry, thank you, I appreciate you, and honestly I feel like when I say I appreciate you or I appreciate this, I feel the gratitude more as an emotion rather than me just like saying it, because when you, if you're not being conscious of it and you're just saying it, it could just be words coming out of your mouth, and you really have to embody it. And so, to add on to that, I guess I'm so freaking grateful for the opportunity to be able to be here with my friends, having an absolute wondrous time, pretty much doing whatever we want to do. And I just appreciate every single one of them for adding value to every single moment that we spend with them. So, Mr. Bashir, putting you on the spot, bro. Tell me. No. Oh, okay. No, he doesn't want to do it. Oh, he's on the phone. Yeah, how dare Bashir be on the phone during MI5 Mindset Mastery? That's That's right. He's watching right now.
He's like, I want to watch the show.
Right now, bro, from here on the back.
That's right. That's right. Well, Mr. Ignis, would you like to share anything that anything recent in terms of cognitions that you have had that have helped you a lot? Anything recent? Anything in general? Yeah. And by the way, he's the master chopper. Look at this man chopping it up.
I'm the one who knows how to use tools in here.
That's right. That's right. Well, anyways.
Question. Hello, everyone. My name is Ignas. Nice to see you all here. Something that I probably recently learned, or my coach actually brought it up when I was talking about some things that I noticed a pattern of reoccurring in my life. And her response was, "It's good that you notice this because it's consciousness,
Yeah.
and you become more conscious of what's happening to you and what's happening for you." And she said that to finish or to end this kind of cycle, you have to actually finish up with a project. It's called a project, whatever it is. If it's something business related or relationships or manifesting something, to end the cycle, you have to finish it up, and then it's it never actually recurs because it's just unfulfilled wishes or karma. This is how karma works, right? So I guess this is what I'm working on because I have a few patterns that I've noticed in my life recurring and that are bothering me for quite some time, and trying to solve them or finish the cycle. I think this is my mission for now.
Hell yeah. That's amazing, man. Well, thank you for sharing that, bro. I know it can be like to share your innermost thoughts could be, you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position. So I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
And also well said.
Yeah.
Well said.
saying it out loud, you put it in another perspective than talking with yourself, right?
Absolutely, man. Piero, is there anything that in terms of cognitions that you would be open to share? It's okay if there is not.
If they can do it, I can so too.
That's right. He said, if they can do it,
If they can do it, I can so too.
that's right. That's right. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. If you can do it, so if he can do it, so can you. There you go. Well, Brian Davis, do you have any closing remarks for us tonight?
Yeah, bring it on over here, homie G.
Hell yeah, bro.
Close this out.
Yes, sir.
Right here
Brian
up against
Davis.
the microwave would be great.
Brian Davis at your doorstep.
Brian Davis at your doorstep.
Cooking you a nice dinner.
Cooking you a nice dinner. Hey guys, we really want to appreciate and thank everybody that came out tonight for the MI5 Mindset Mastery. This was very spontaneous. We didn't have a guest lined up intentionally because we knew we were going to be away on an epic White Mountain voyage this week. That's right, an epic White Mountain voyage. For those that don't know, the White Mountains are up here in New Hampshire in the United States, and we are up here voyaging. We are having a grand old time. We're creating brotherhood, and honestly, it's been such a highly vibrational trip. I just want to remind everybody on here that MI5 movement is so much more than just a community. It's a family, and everything that we do within the MI5 movement has such an amazing impact, not only in my life, but every single member's lives that we've come across. And it's such a blessing to be able to every single day do exactly what we love. And I can't thank you guys enough for being an amazing community. And I know that we are just getting started about a year into this thing, guys. And oh my gosh, has it been a whirlwind of fun and entertainment. And there is so much more to come, especially once we start doing in-person physical meetups. So as Andrew may or may not have mentioned, I wasn't paying attention. I've been so busy chopping this pasta salad. The benefit of having all of us here in the same space, sharing the same space, having the ability to be masterminding in the flesh, and having the ability to actually take time to spend with one another has been so impactful and powerful. You see, I mean, we pop on these Zooms and it's only an hour or two, twice a week. But nothing quite beats spending 12 hours with all of these fine gentlemen. Look at these faces. Look at all these fine, amazing faces. We spent the last 36, 72 hours and beyond with these guys, and we're going to continue to spend that. And that's why the MI5 movement is going to have more in-person meetups as we go throughout the year. Because having in-person meetups is completely, I don't know why I can't say meetups, but having in-person meetups is completely different than having over virtual. Although virtual has proved to be rather amazing for us over the last year, in-person is going to take the MI5 movement to the next level. I cannot stress this enough, guys. MI5 movement is so much more than just an online community. We're so much more than just passive income. We're so much more than just a trendy source. We are literally changing the world one person at a time, and we are having so much fun doing it, and we are living the best versions of ourselves on a daily basis. And I have so much gratitude in my heart to be a part of something such way bigger than myself will ever be. So I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful. I have a lot of gratitude in my heart. We hiked up a mountain today, 7 miles. My legs are sore, but you know what? We're going to dance. We're going to have some fun. We're going to cook meals together. We're going to spend some quality time. Andrew, let's get some weather up in this joint, man.
Oh, yeah? Wait, do you want to hear about the weather, Brian?
Yeah, homie.
Oh, well, in that case, I mean, as the official MI5 meteorologist, I guess I can give a weather report tonight. I saw lots of different possibilities for weather, good and bad, on the very peak of the mountain. We saw rain. We actually saw clouds of rain about a mile out. And it was a monsoon of manifestation, an avalanche of abundance we saw actually too, and that was pretty crazy. And better watch out for that because that's going to be pretty crazy, maybe a little bit overwhelming. So abundant you just don't know what to do with all of it. But like I said, guys, as the meteorologist of MI5, it is my civil duty to give you the weather report, just like every week, right? And I just want to remind you guys, the really important thing is that you just remember to bring your umbrellas because MI5 is taking 2023 by storm, baby. Let's go, everybody. I will see you next week. You have a wonderful